Hey drummers, Garey Williams is back with another reaction and analysis video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the great Dom Famularo. Check this guy out. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna pause it here. Some really cool stuff already happening, some nice ideas. The phrasing isn't consistent. Sometimes you'll play 4 bars or a 5 bar or 6 bar and then go into the next movement. So like as you just heard here, was doing kind of a double time, sort of so it's a 16th note triplet kind of double bass thing he was doing there at the end, which is pretty fun sounding. I really liked how the solo started. Great cymbal work, it's nice, and kind of give you some textures, a little bit of rhythmic activity. And then as the solo started, you could hear a pulse. The phrasing wasn't always consistent. And so sometimes the phrases, as I mentioned earlier, aren't always 4-bar phrases like they would typically be if you played a lot of music. But we'll carry on here and see what else is happening. It's very cool. Fun. Dom's always got a big smile. Love it. Nice. Left. I'm just going to pause it there. A couple more things. Obviously, he went into this funk shuffle kind of movement that he was playing for a while. Cool stuff. Now, Dom started out, he's one of the, as Dave Buckle would say, one of the pillars of technique, because he studied with these famous drummers. Yeah, Joe Morello, Jim Chapin, some others. And his book, It's Your Move, is a must for any drummer that's serious about really learning about the molar system. Jim Chapin's video, Speed, Endurance, Power, Control, is quite excellent. But Dom actually breaks down the method of developing the whip stroke technique really, really clearly. Because I watched all the Jim Chapin stuff, worked on some stuff, and then Dom was my personal business advisor for 5 years, many years ago. Learned so much from this man, and he's definitely the drummer's global ambassador, as he's known, because he's such a positive guy. When you finish listening to that guy talk, you feel like you're just floating above the ground a little, because he's so frickin' positive. And his playing demonstrates that. He's very joyous, very happy. But he started out as a traditional grip player, played most of his career, and then in the last, well, it's maybe been up to 10 years now. I don't really know how long. He decided that traditional grip was dead, as he discussed it, and he's thrown it out, and he's now playing match grip. And he's learning how to play open-handed. So this is where, like Carter Beauford plays. The left hand rides on the hi-hat. You can see his hi-hat's fairly low. So, you know, if it's too low, then you can't ride on the right hand and still get the edge stroke because it'll interfere with your left hand. So when you start lowering the hi-hat to this level, you're sort of committing to playing more open-handed most of the time. You just saw him finishing up playing a little bit on the right-hand ride cymbal, a funk shuffle, and then now mirroring that with the left. There's a lot of cool things you can do with this open-handed, two-handed playing. I've actually studied it extremely extensively. I went through the New Breed in the advanced systems twice, and I went through Horacio El Negro Hernandez's book called Conversations in Clave, which he referred to as an Afro-Cuban new breed with all the same systematic approaches. So I did a left-hand cascada, right-hand solo. So I've gone through all these processes. However, I stick with the tradition personally. I love the traditional grip. There's something about the left hand feeling of playing in a different grip than the right hand. Sort of honors the asymmetrical personality, to borrow the concept that Jojo Mayer discussed in his first DVD, Secret Weapons of Modern Drumming, A Guide to Hand Technique. Highly recommend that, as well as the second follow-up DVD, Secret Weapons of Modern Drumming, A Guide to Pedal Technique. So we'll finish watching this, but it's really cool. We're getting this kind of shuffle stuff. But Dom's really an advocate of really progressing and staying with the current trends and playing more match grip and open-handed. And I've noticed that a lot of Thomas Lang's videos today are more match grip. And he was a traditional grip guy forever. And then now more within the last, I don't even think it's a year, maybe has been, where he's now starting to play match grip. So a lot of guys that have come from the traditional grip want to develop matched. Myself, I played match for 8 years and then added traditional, and I probably play mostly traditional. If I did a rock gig, it'd be all match. So here we go. Let's carry on. Up, two down. Good strokes. Like his larger tom on the left. 10 to 12, 10. I love it. Oh, Dom, we love you. He's just so awesome. He always does these great things. It's amazing the way he's able to speak with audiences. I think he was the MC at the 2019 Drumeo Festival. And actually have spoken with Dom recently. He interviewed me on the Sabian Facebook page, as I've returned to Sabian Cymbals. And his publishing company, Wisdom Media, owned by him and Joe Bergamini, are the publishers of my 3 books, with the first one being The Hi-Hat Foot, the second one being Drummer's Guide to Big Band, and the third one being The Ride Hand. I'm currently working on a new book. I'm not going to give you any more information about that. And then I have another book that I'll be writing as well. So anyways, the great Dom Famularo. If you ever get a chance to watch this guy speak, I highly recommend it. He also has a fantastic motivational book that he's written based on Stephen Covey's concept of the 7 habits of highly effective people. But Dom has his take on that. His book is called The Cycle of Self-Empowerment, and it's really good. And I highly recommend it for any of you guys that would like to advance your career, but you really don't know the steps to take, and maybe there's some confidence issues and just some general things about your personality that make it hard for you to feel really clear about where you want to go with your career. I recommend his book. I've read a lot of self-help books. They've been very beneficial, and Dom's is really at the top of the list for me. So I think it's available in audio format as well as actually paper format. So there you have it, the great Dom Famularo. There's other solos I could have done. There's quite a few out there, and he's always very fun to watch, especially listening to him speak on a motivational level is very, very important. He's just a truly awesome human being. So hope you liked this reaction and analysis video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. Check out in the text box below, I got information on private instruction, cool Facebook group you might want to become a member of. It's free, and I also have some online courses for you. So until then, take care, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you on the next reaction and analysis video. Bye-bye.